Hello everyone, welcome to MASA Military. Recently, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskiy visited several Nordic countries one after another and gained a lot of support. The Netherlands and Denmark are expected to supply about 50 F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. Sweden is also training Ukrainian pilots to fly JAS-39 Gripen fighter jets. It should also provide some JAS-39s to Ukraine in the future. In fact, the F-16 had been requested for a long time. It was not until Zelenskyy's visit that the Biden administration approved the transfer of F-16s from the Netherlands and Denmark to Ukraine. Of course, Zelenskiy is very happy to get these promised additions, and his long-awaited wish for the F-16 is one step closer to being realized. On August 20th, Zelenskiy visited the Netherlands. He and Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte visited the decommissioned F-16 fighter jets of the Royal Netherlands Air Force and sat in the cockpit of the F-16 to test drive it. Rutte said that the Netherlands had 42 F-16s, but these F-16s will not help Ukraine immediately. However, in any case, this is the long-term commitment of the Netherlands. We hope that they will be active and operational as soon as possible. It won't work in a month, it's impossible, but hopefully soon. After the Netherlands, Zelenskiy traveled to Denmark, and Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen accompanied him to take a look at the F-16s to be supplied to Ukraine. Zelenskiy once again sat in the cockpit of the F-16 with a big smile. These F-16s will be handed over after the training of Ukrainian pilots and technicians. The F-16 fighter jets of the Dutch and Danish Air Forces are being retired as F-35 fighter jets take their place. The Danish Air Force has 19 F-16 fighter jets. It is expected to deliver the first batch of 6 jets by the end of this year, and then 5 and 8 delivered in 2024 and 2025 respectively. The Dutch Air Force has 42 F-16 fighters, 24 of which are ready for combat. However, the Dutch Air Force is not likely to give all their F-16s to Ukraine, and it is likely to keep some for training. But even so, the Ukrainian Air Force has been able to obtain a total of about 50 F-16 fighter jets from those two countries. 8 pilots and 65 technicians arrived in Denmark and with Zelenskiy for training. Officials from a coalition of 11 nations said training will take place in Denmark and Romania. The Ukrainian Air Force had prepared more than 70 new pilots to participate in F-16 fighter training, but after testing, only 8 pilots have passed the language test. They must receive about 4 months of professional English training, which means that even if all goes well, these pilots will not be able to officially start their F-16 training until the end of this year. According to Oleschuk, commander of the Ukrainian Air Force, Ukraine's most experienced pilots are currently on missions, flying Soviet-era fighters, but a new generation of rookie pilots are going to the West for training. Why did Ukraine send rookies to learn the F-16 instead of the experienced ones? If the experienced pilots go to learn the F-16, there will be very few remaining for missions. This is something that Ukraine, a country currently at war, cannot afford. On the other hand, rookie pilots need to learn from the beginning no matter what model aircraft they are learning, and Ukraine will eventually decommission the Soviet aircraft, so it is better to let beginner pilots go through training. According to one experienced F-16 instructor, for a pilot who has about 500 hours of experience flying Western fighter jets but has never flown an F-16 before, they need 69 days to learn everything they need to safely fly the F-16 for air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. Obviously, Ukraine's F-16 fleet will not be truly operational until next year. Moreover, in addition to the pilots, there are also ground crews who need training. These jobs are also very essential to ensure the normal operation of the F-16s. James Hecker, commander of the U.S. Air Forces in Europe, said, "You can get proficient on some weapons systems fairly quickly. It takes a while to build a couple of squadrons of F-16s and to get their readiness high enough and their proficiency high enough. This could be 4 or 5 years down the road." The F-16 can launch AIM-120 advanced medium-range to air-to-air missiles, AIM-9X Sidewinder missile, the AGM-88 HARM laser-guided bomb, GPS-guided bomb JDAM-ER, and more. However, the Storm Shadow and Scalp EG provided by the United Kingdom and France cannot be integrated into the F-16. Forbes magazine stated that the Ukrainian government has asked the U.S. government to equip the upcoming F-16 jets with JASSM stealth cruise missiles. The request for assistance with JASSM is to enable the F-16s to have long-range strike capabilities. The 2,251-pound JASSM missile is extremely advanced, with a range of over 230 miles depending on the model. Even if Ukraine obtains the F-16, due to continuous airstrikes by the Russian army, it must be deployed in a dispersed manner, and it can even be deployed in Poland or Romania. Moreover, in the face of the Russian air defense system and the larger number of fighters, such as Su-35 and Su-30, the F-16 also needs to be careful because it carries R-37M active long-range bombs and R-77 active medium-range bombs. Russian fighter jets are extremely dangerous. The main mission of the F-16 should be to perform more ground support missions. On August 14th, German Finance Minister Christian Lindner made a surprise visit to Kyiv, where he expressed support for providing Ukraine with Taurus cruise missiles launched from the air. Reuters reported that the German government was in talks with the arms maker MBDA to supply Ukraine with Taurus KEPD 350 cruise missiles. Ukraine has been asking Germany to provide Taurus KEPD 350s, which have a range of more than 310 miles. Analysts believe that Ukraine's request for Germany to provide Taurus missiles is probably related to Germany's inability to provide Ukraine with F-16 jets. Germany does not have any F-16s, but they can provide ammunition or funding for F-16 jets. Germany is the third largest country to provide aid to Ukraine after the United States and the United Kingdom. Thanks to NATO standardization and the widespread use of the F-16, once Ukraine obtains those jets, many Western countries can fully guarantee their normal use. All countries can provide enough weapons and support for Ukraine's F-16 fleet. Okay, that's all for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support MASA Military. See you next time.